So good evening again to all of you, and for for Monday, the first week of the night of the week, we're going to finish what we have started last Friday, which we actually talk about the sample protocol experimental study, no, using the FPA protocol, and I also compared to you what what it is when it's in a thesis form. So I think we did, although I had to explain the sample qualitative. This is the sample qualitative that we have made before with my co-researcher. But let's just finish this one or later maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure, Alminda. Yung libog ko sa unahon. But anyway, since we stopped in this topic, diba, kasi we did the experimental. So this is just the chapter on FAO kasi this is actually if you're going to this one, if you're going to click, this is a statistical manual for forestry research, and if you read through or i-click din mo ning mga links na ito, you will be lahat ng books na kagaya ng, although I during my entire education, I have been consulting the Gomez and Gomez Book of Statistics for Agricultural Experiment, but this is another resources, although may link din ako doon. I think sa kalimutan ko asa to na link, but I can also give you the link later just to compare. And in this link kasi, I mas ganahan ko sa iyahang pagka-arrange, no? If you're still interested to go back to your statistics, then you can read again the basic statistics, the concept of probability, frequency distribution. So etong mga basic statistics are very important in social research, no? And statistical inference, test of hypothesis. So lahat ito are actually discussed in research methods. But in this subject, actually parang ano na lang siya, no, kanang what they call that, this is supposed to be done already because we are on the writing na phase. But then again, just to give you a flashback of the different parts of statistics. This are even correlation and regression is also very applicable in experimental research. So this is the link that I gave you, the design and analysis of experiments. So we are here in the principles of experimentation, which is composed of the randomization. And in randomization, it is also governed by replication with a local control. So last time we talked about how to do the RCBD, and this one I have shown you before just to show you what is completely randomized design and ano yung difference ng dalawa. So moving forward, I told you that in this plot number and treatment, if there are 5 replications and I think A, B, C, D for treatments. Yes. In a completely randomized design. So, pwedeng ito yung kanyang design. Unlike doon sa binigay ko last time sa protocol, which will also be again shown kasi as after CRD, we're going to have RCBD. And please take note, last time, I have mentioned, anong kaibahan ng RCBD sa CRD? So anong gamit niya? Pareho ba siya ng gamit? Ha? Gabe, can you still remember? Kung nawala si Gabe? Oh. So, it's alright. So, Gabe, can you still remember kung ano ang gamit ng RCBD sa CRD? Anong kaibahan? Just anything na idea nimo. Since you have conduct, ang sa tayo gigamit dati RCBD, CRD? Magdili. Okay. So anyway, kasi si meron na siyang meron na siyang research methods, and also nakapaggawa na siya ng simple experiment, no? And maybe she did not just use full statistics, but meron siyang design, no? And this includes ito na nga, RCBD and CRD. So CRD, this is completely randomized design. So if this is used for nurseries, while field experiments are used, field experiments uses RCBD. No? And yun dapat siya. So, yan. So that's why sa CRD yung treatment 1, replication 1 ay and so on are naka randomly, wala siyang block, wala siyang replication R1, 2, 3, pero lahat yan ay naka-randomize lang. And if you remember, pinakita ko yung photo last time. So, what is this one? This is just to explain to you the, like in example, the mycelial growth in terms of diameter or of colony of the Rhizoctonia solanae isolates on PDA medium after 14 hours of incubation. This is for plant pathology ng mga studies. So meron siyang 5 isolate ng solanae, and we have 3 replications. So, but then there are also unequal replication kasi wala siyang data. So, gitotal lang yan siya lahat and divided by its number. So that's the grand total and grand mean. And ito yung now another difference actually ng CRD sa RCBD is how they compute the degree of freedom. And I don't remember anymore a lot, but then maybe somehow dito sa kanilang mga sum of squares. So ito yung analysis of variance. This includes source of variance. We have the treatment, error, and total. The degree of freedom, sum of squares. Ito yung mga formula nila. No, and each of I believe you have done this before, and like me, you also forgot the mean square, the computed f. So ito yung formula. Now I'm not going to explain one by one. I'm just going to flashback kung ano itong mga analysis of variance. So again, in analysis of variance, yung degree of freedom is the total treatment, yung error DF niya, which is tinitingnan natin para maging yung experiment natin is qualified for publication, or parang mas siya pag doon reliable, no? So minus treatment yan, and -1 yung formula. So makikita niyo mamaya yung tawag doon, difference nila sa formula ng ANOVA at saka RCBD. So, ito na yung, if you do the computation and all, ito na yung result from that, no? So we have 4 treatments and error DF of 8, no? And total, of course, i-add mo lang itong dalawa and so on. So as you can see here, it's significant kasi the computed F is higher than the tabular F at 5%. So saan, ito lahat nako-compute. Ang tabular F ay nasa, yung kanina, if you go back, nasa appendix yan. Hahanapin ninyo in terms of ilan yung treatment, ilan yung replication. So, makikita ninyo yung tabular F niya, which is constant. No, may table yan. So, after that, no, if it is significant, then you are going to subject this one into comparison using different means. Meron tayong comparison of treatments na tinatawag na least significant difference or Duncan multiple range test. But sabi nila yung DMRT daw ay hindi masyadong conservative. So parang madaming nagkakasignificant pag gumamit kang DMRT. So usually ginagamit nila, which is more conservative, is the least significant difference test, LSD, or HSD, or honest significance difference test. Kaso pag lesser than 5 treatments or 6 treatments, pwede mong gamitin ang LSD, but more than that, you should use the HSD. And we also have the student human cues range test. And so for LSD, no, we will try to use the LSD. So ito yung formula niya. Makita mo yung step, but I'm not going to explain that one by one. So merong, this table will just ask you after computing the LSD, no, at 5%, we have 3.84. So isa-isahin mo yan kasi, no? And then ito yung difference ng diameter per treatment. So pag minus mo, ito yung labas. So as you can see, may mga asterisk dyan. Ibig sabihin, significant siya at 5% level. And if it's double asterisk, it's highly significant. Meaning, less pa siya ng not only 5% or 0.05, but 0.01 or 1% level. So, yun lang ang ibig sabihin niyan. So, kung ano yung pinakamalaki, yun yung ABCD mo. Yung nakita nyo dati na may ABCD siya. So, we will going to discuss on how to interpret the result of the analysis of variance and comparisons of LSD when we go to the discussion, no, or the making of our reports or results. Okay, so in the randomized complete RCBD na tayo. So as I have said, this is for field experiments. And meron tayong blocking technique na sinasabi. So like ang layout natin like this one. Block 1, block 2, block 3. And then you're going to put all the treatments, no, from 1 to 6 or A, B, C, D, E, F in one block and another randomly, no, randomly. So randomly naka-scatter yan yung mga different treatments in block 1 and another set in block 2. Yung 6 treatments is again scattered. And the next 6 treatments is scattered or randomly placed in block 3. So naipakita ko na ito last time. And this is just to compute the means, the grand total, kasi kailangan nyo yan in solving. So as you can see here, iba ang solution ng replication. Meron na tayong treatment, no? Dati wala yung replication, treatment lang yung sa CRD. And then yung error DF natin is the replication -1 and treatment -1, which then multiply them. That's how to use the degree error DF. So ito kasi ang lagi natin dapat tingnan. So ito na yung result. Now using these formulas, so we have an error DF of 14 or 6 times 2, wait lang, minus 1 man rin, no? So we have actually 7, 8 treatments and 3 replication kasi minus 1 man ni siya. And then 7 times 2, multiply lang ni mo na siya, 14. So more ng, so it's more than 10, so we are safe already. And based on analysis of variance, it is significant kasi it's higher at 5% level kasi it's higher than 2.76. Or yes. Or nakalimot na ba ko? So again, the same sa LSD, you're going to take the difference or i-minus mo per treatments and you will get kung ano ang higher than the LSD value. Okay, so this is just for a missing data, how to solve it kapag wala kang data. So I guess yun lang, no, in terms of design or analysis. So later we can go back to this if you have questions or clarifications. And but I don't really mind the formula because I'm always using a statistical software. Although this is actually i-explain lang na ako sa inyo ha. Translate lang na ako, Charmer, syug kabalo ko. It's like Spanish, but I'm not really sure kung unsa ni siya. Like, uso do asistat, delineamiento, interimento, casualizado. So this is not also Spanish, although may pagka-Spanish siya. And it's not also Italian, it's not also German. Di lang ko sure. Pero I have heard these words before somewhere in Portugal, which is near lang siya sa Spain. So, let's just watch this. And ito yung ginagamit ko, no? But sorry, I cannot find I cannot also make my own video. Although, pwede man siguro. Because I have to make use another computer. Wala po ko nag-try na mag-video. Although pwede da I know. So later maghimo ko ana para makita ninyo na ako jud talaga nag-explain. Nagsalig lang ko sa link. Although this is only the link na but lahi pa jud og kanang language. So I'll just explain to you how it is done using the software. Kasi ang Assistat is, although before I have used SPSS, we have a lot. SAS is more complicated, na siya mga code, no, and I don't have anymore the app, no. The only app I have, although napoy star, pero wala po na ako siya kasi for me ang pinakasayo na gamiton is aside sa SPSS, although ang SPSS pang social science siya and ginagamit po siya, I mean, dili po ko ganahan kay dili siya kompleto pag result, no, wala siya ABCD, but then in this Assistat maghatag na siya sa imuha og kanang letter notation on the LSD, significant differences between treatments. So I'll just try to explain to you while it is in wala lang siya. I will just let you hear first and later para makabalo mo kung unsa niya unsa iyahang kuan. Sa ito ang ginagamit nako jud na.
Bom dia, pessoal. Hoje nós vamos ver como fazer a análise de elemento inteiramente casualizado utilizando o Assistat. Então, com o Assistat instalado no seu computador, inicie o programa.
So, that's the program. So, di lang nako i-sound ha kasi para makastorya ko. So this is the program we have been using. I am using pala. And kasi in this program, kailangan mo siya tawag doon, i-antidate mo siya sa tawag ana, sa iyang version nga gi-allow siya. Siyempre kaning mga Pinoy mahilig kay kanang ko ano kanang 'di ba pati mga magbaligya og kanang laptop nga dili gyud mo gamit og kanang license 'di ba nga Windows. Unsa kay tawag ana kanang murag crack lang, no? So, this one, para magamit nimo kailangan nimo i-antidate mo nang maglisod ko og record using Zoom kasi dili na ko siya ma-record using Zoom. So, maybe manual lang siguro nga video later. So, for now, let's just watch how yun sa ni pag so what dapat i-install ni siya and i-take note nimo ang date niya nga dapat dili siya mag-expire. So, i-coincide mo siya sa date niya nga dili siya mag-expire. No? And if you open that, so naanad dali ang mga analysis, no? Analysis of variant to yung i-click. Then, nakabutan nili kung RCBD ba, CRD, or with replication. And uban mga gamit is mga, kung ano siya ka ng social science. So, i-click lang nimo na siya. Like, i-click lang nimo ang, for example, the analysis of variance, no? Yon. Then, ilagay mo dito yung treatments and replication. And, meron na kasi siyang nakasave, no, na, like, pag open niya, may nakasave na yan siya ng mga treatments and replication. So, pwede na niya i-open para ma-connect dito sa Assistat. Like that one, no, na siya treatment. So, naka-treatment 1, kay 3 replication man siya, replication 1, 2, 3. And this is the production or the data. And so on. So, 5 treatments and 3 replications siya. So, i-connect na niya sa Assistat or actually, yung ako lang, ginamanual rin ako na siya pag butang. Na? So, i-copy lang na niya sa Assistat. Then, gihimuan niya file name. So, balik na siya sa Assistat. So, after ma-connect na siya, no, using i-copy-paste naman siguro na niya. But then, akong ginabuhat, after pag-click sa number of treatments and replication, is gina-encode lang na ako og gina-encode lang na ako og diretsyo. So, there are 5 treatments, 3 replication. Then, since naka-connect na siya, yan na niya pag-connect. Open lang niya ang file kung saan na ang data. And then, ayan, automatic na siya. Then, i-click okay lang na siya. So, this one. But then, kailangan naka-means na niya siya. No? Kasi, you have, sa isa ka replication ni mo na kay like 10 sample plants. No? So, dapat naka-means na siya. So, ano lang niya kung sa siya nga column and pila ka buok siya nga yes, C, column C, and so ayan na siya na mo na ni siya ang data. And then okay. And then i-save nimo ang file sa data nimo. Na siya dapat siya point text. Yan. So any name lang but dapat point dot text or period text siya. Then okay. Then na-save na siya. Then just say okay. click OK. Yan. So naka-treatment 1 and replication 1, 2, 3 na siya with the different data nga na-added to, gi-connect niya. But then, you can also, again, encode it manually here. Just like what I'm doing. And okay na siya. So parihara na siya, no, from the Excel file or Excel data, parihara na siya. O if you go back to the assistat, then okay. And then you analyze the analysis, yung LSD, mga kung ano niya siya, comparison, LSD. So, sorry, yung gamitan 2 keys at yung gamit. So, ito na yung result. Muna ni ang ANOVA table, although di siya nakakuan niya dahil siya, wala siya naka-English. So, you can see highly significant siya. So, muna ako nakaganahan kasi naka-arrange na iya ang ANOVA and naka-letter notation na siya. Nanadari ang different means, the treatments, then naka-ABCD na siya. Kopyahon na lang nimo siya. Yan, ABCD. And then you just save the file or you just copy it and paste in the Word, Microsoft Word. So ito yung CV niya, which is 1.1. So ibig sabihin yan, it's the variance or yung kaibahan niya is lesser lang. Kasi usually dapat 1%, no, out of 100%. So, in-explain niya siguro that the smallest is C, highest is A, next B, so, and next is D. So, ang highest treatment is treatment 4, which is A, followed by treatment 3, which is B, and so on. So, in-explain niya naman what is meant by CV. So, yun lang ang ANOVA table lang ang i-extract mo talaga na importante. And yung means and comparison. So, that's all. And pwede mo rin siyang i-save, no, ang file. But usually, gina-extract na lang ako siya. Gina-save na lang na ako into the Word. So, I guess yun lang. No? And that is just how to use a software. This is an assistat software. So sorry kasi naka-translate siya into, I'm not really sure with the language, no, pero dili man siya. Nasa pagka-Spanish pero maybe Portugal siya. Portuguese tayo. Ay, di ko anday na ako. Di-post. So, that's it. Mahuman naman na siya, no? Yun lang ang process niya. And then, this just the way how he save it and how he can go back to the data. So dito sa folder na siya makabutang kung kung i-save mo. So you just again go back to your computer na dito ang mga naka-save na siya sa Word. Yan. So madali lang, no? And if you're going to search for SPSS, let's say, SAS, for example. SAS, ANOVA. So, ang SAS, na ay mga tutorial ang SAS. So, you can always go to YouTube or Google how to learn there. But, yung SAS kasi, lahat may mga license and it's worth millions, no? Ito lang atang assistat ang I don't know kung asa po nagikan. Gikan mo na siya sa gikan lang na siya pa nang sa UP. Ang UP kasi nagaan talaga sila subscribe. No, if you say SPSS then napod sila tutorial on that. Ayan. Using SPSS. So iba-ibang app, iba-iba po ang iyahang kuan. Now, I hope we going to finish this. We still have 7 minutes, no? So we made this research proposal on this is a sample of a qualitative research entitled Agritourism in Samoa Potential and Challenges. So may budget siya. But then dili po wala pa na ako nag-explain og maayo no, tama ba ko? Although na akong na-present sa inyo last time. So, meron kaming summary budget. This is in Fijian dollars since we use, although nasa Samoa ako and then si Dr. Stephen nasa base sa Fiji, our main school or yung main campus namin ay nasa Fiji, kaya at that time and now I am a full-fledged RMC or Rizalian. So this is a 12 months duration. So this was on August 20, 2019. So even until now, this is supposed to be continued kasi yung phase 1 lang ang natapos namin. And phase 2 should be done for tourists, but naabutan na kami ng COVID, kaya hindi natuloy. And we did not even consume all the budget. No, this is funded by the research, the Faculty of Business and Economics Research and Graduate Program. So 7,000 yan. If i-times 3 mo na siya, it's worth 21,000 man siguro or 200,000 pesos, something like that. So example ng mga budget mo, kailangan may travel ka. This is kasi more on interview, kaya meron siyang travel and accommodation. And then si Dr. Pratt kasi pupuntang Samoa kasi yung ano namin ay sa Samoa, and equipment na kailangan, wala naman, research support staff and miscellaneous. So yun lang ang kinailangan namin. Unlike doon sa experimental na you have to have the supplies and so on. So sa introduction and objectives, we define what is agritourism here in the first paragraph, and you can see we cite some authors kasi sa kanila yan galing yung definition, and also we summarize somewhat what is the importance of agritourism in every country, and every country may author, like in Malaysia, si Mansor and so on, USA and so on. And then we also give what is describe what is Samoa and so on, and may mga introduction yan and objectives, may mga authors siya. So, this is the background or kasi sa format nila background nakalagay, but this is somewhat like actually review literature. But before that, we have these are the objectives, no? Identify the types and scales of agritourism in Samoa farms, and examine agritourism operators' perception of opportunities and challenges of agritourism. Identify tourist profile and type of agritourism services tourists are interested in, and determine which factors drives interest tourists in agritourism. So yung nagawa lang ata namin ay yung first and second na objectives. So we have reviewed literature about agritourism around the world. So ayan. Hindi ko na is specific detail. You can always go back to this. And yan, medyo mataas. And we have subtitle in Tourism in Samoa. So, yun yung sinasabi ko palagi, no, na in your background or review literature, hindi yan dapat dapat naka-organize yan. Dili siya katag pagkabutang. So, naa siya subtitle. So, this one is all about agritourism lahat. And the next one is about tourism in Samoa. Ayan. So, we describe ilan yung mga visitors na meron, and then ilan yung kanilang total arrivals, total visits, and total income out of tourism. And we also discuss about agriculture in Samoa. So, ano yung mga types of crops, ano yung mga yields and incomes ng bawat farmers and the different agencies in agriculture as well as tourism. So here, supposedly ito yung aking explain, which is research methods, but we have limited time already, so maybe I'll just discuss to you next meeting if hindi natin matapos, no? So as you can see in the research methods, so here it summarizes that both primary and secondary data ang ginamit. Well, the primary data is gathered from tourists and interviews from farmers and field surveys and interviews. So usually, yun yung, while secondary data, yun yung kukolektahin sa mga Bureau of Statistics. So the data will be analyzed, no, for like simple descriptive techniques, gagamit ng t-test if you have heard this before, and principal component analysis or PCA, and regression analysis. So nandun lahat yan dito sa statistical manual. No? Although this is for forestry, but then dun sa basic statistics, you will know. And then meron kaming survey instrument which will describe everything what we have done. And sample selection, paano kami nag-select ng mga i-interviewin. Since we have less than a minute, ibibigay ko na lang yung parts and we will go back later next time. No? And research support staff, hindi naman kami nag-hire kasi we can do it by ourselves. Kami talaga nag-interview. And then yung ano yung implication, yung gamit ng parang effect, no? So usually if you're going to propose for funding, dapat meron talagang implication kung ano ang kahalagahan ng study mo and ano ang gamit. And then yung time frame or yung kanyang list of activities and yung kanyang date. First quarter hanggang fourth quarter kasi 1 year research. And yung mga references, yan. And the detailed budget na. Pareho lang naman, no? Na-explain ko na. So going back, since we still have, we're not still cut. So if, again, makat ito,